music class, but I think y'all learned a lot more things than music. Am I right?
She sang with some of the best voices on the planet, but this Northwest superstar may have saved her greatest performance for the classroom. Everything old is new again.
I love this porthole right here. I mean, where did this come from? Is this original?
Meet a Northwest entrepreneur on the cutting edge of retro camping. This one's going to Macklemore. And a Seattle Refined exclusive. Find out what hip-hop superstar Macklemore couldn't wait to tell me about his summer plans.
What up, I'm Macklemore, and Seattle Refined starts right now.
Hi everybody, I'm Gart Swanson and welcome to Seattle Refined. We're at Pivot Art and Culture. It's located in the heart of the thriving neighborhood of South Lake Union. If you've never been to Pivot, you gotta come down here and check it out. It's got some really neat stuff. Pivot is a 3,000 square foot space loaded with amazing, thought-provoking art. Located in the Allen Institute building, Pivot has one purpose: to make art accessible to everyone. I've been here a few times, and it really is out of this world. And so is this latest exhibit, Imagine Futures. It's all about works of art depicting the unknown corners of the galaxy and beyond. Imagine Futures runs through July 10th. We'll show you more cool stuff down here in just a bit. This exhibit is all about stars in faraway places, but Seattle also has some more down-to-earth stars too, including one of the hottest rappers on the planet, Macklemore. The Grammy Award-winning chart-topping artist and Nathan Hale High School graduate doesn't give that many interviews. So when he said he'd talk to Seattle Refined for a few minutes if we met him down at Safeco Field, we jumped at the chance. Hey, you're throwing out the first pitch. Here's the ball. Are you righty or lefty?
Ready.
You're right. Should I warm you up a little bit for that one?
That'd be nice, man.
This one's going to Macklemore.
So, throwing out tonight's ceremonial first pitch, please welcome back Seattle hip-hop sensation.
He's used to screaming fans, but tossing out the first pitch at the Mariners game is still a moment to savor for Macklemore. These days, there isn't much downtime. The busy superstar just wrapped up a European tour and is gearing up for a series of U.S. concerts, including a full-circle moment later this summer when he headlined Seattle's annual Bumbershoot Festival. All right, Macklemore, let's talk about Bumbershoot. This is a big thing for you.
Yeah, it is a big thing. Yeah, we get to headline Bumbershoot. That's amazing. Never thought that I could say that.
What are your memories of Bumbershoot? You're a local kid.
I'm a local kid. First show I ever went to, Bumbershoot, George Clinton and Parliament, P-Funk All-Stars. That was my first show. It was the thing that I looked forward to the most being in Seattle. I mean, it was my first experience hearing live music, and it was electric. It was the thing that this summer kind of eclipsed with that going into the school year. It's Seattle memories.
Know what it's like?
Before the world tours, #1 records, and screaming fans, Macklemore was just a kid who wanted to express himself through music. Now, that world is his stage. He is taking nothing for granted. How cool is it to say who you are and where you came from Seattle, and you're like one of the hottest guys in the world right now when it comes to music? That's kind of cool, isn't it?
There's gratitude. You know, I just feel extremely lucky to be able to do this for a living, and regardless of how big we are, for how long it lasts, or the size of the show, I think that to be able to get up on a stage and have a microphone and speak my truth, that's what I've always wanted, so I feel extremely blessed.
Macklemore will headline Bumbershoot. The annual Labor Day Festival kicks off September 2nd at Seattle Center. For more information, check out SeattleRefined.com. One of the things we love about Macklemore is how he has used his success to pay it forward right here in the Northwest. It's the same spirit of generosity shared by another local lady, another superstar, Bernadette Bascom. Bascom's career is the kind most singers dream about. Born in Baltimore, she first came to Seattle on a tour with her band as a teenager and fell in love with the city. Since then, she has shared the spotlight with music legends like Elton John and Stevie Wonder. But Bascom's greatest gift isn't the heights she has soared, but the wings she has given others.
When the rain is blowing in, your face.
Smooth as ever, Bernadette Bascom brings it home, massaging your soul.
I've met so many talented people, and I know how it feels to use your gift, and I'm just honored to have a gift.
All right, y'all come off the risers and turn that way.
The award-winning performer is comfortable these days right here at Skyview Junior High School.
All right, and remember how fast it is.
Leading the North Shore Music Project. It's a big hit, a special learning experience for all of these students, like one of her favorites, Marcus.
Teamwork, confidence, self-esteem, compassion. Did you see the kids when Marcus was singing? Their little faces, and like I said, you know, you just don't know what gifts people have by looking at them.
Yeah! Yeah!
It's like I knew them already. I don't know, when I walk in the room, it's like they look at me like, where you been? It's amazing, it really is. Whatever it is, I'm thankful for it.
I think we should do You Love Me?
Music, she says, has no boundaries, giving every student in this pilot program a chance to shine, to be included. There is nothing like it. Born and raised in Baltimore, Maryland, Bascom knows all about giving back. It started early with her father, the first African-American fire department commissioner in the city, and later a popular pastor. And a loving mother, dedicating nearly 4 decades of teaching inside the Baltimore School District.
Compassion. Compassion. Dad always took care of the neighborhood, always took care of people, always took care of kids.
A solid foundation, helping Bernadette launch her own career, singing with huge stars like longtime friend Stevie Wonder, working Las Vegas for years, and eventually calling Seattle home.
I came here in August. We all know what that's like.
Oh, yeah.
And nobody told me about the rain. And the music, though, that's what kept me here.
Because I'm happy alone, if you feel like a room without a roof.
Still performing outside of school, Bernadette knows where her heart lies, where the rhythm lives, teaching these students the art of performing, engaging, and embracing. Here, everybody smiles. Nobody is left behind.
I'm really happy that I can be just in my little corner of the world, just in my little spot.
I love you, bye.
Making a difference in these kids and how they perceive themselves.
Good job.
And I wish that I had had a me. I really do. What would I be if I had had a me?
This Monday, join Bernadette and the Music Project for a free Love Alive concert at the North Shore Performing Arts Center in Bothell. Music superstars are set to join the fun. All donations will support the music program at the Skyview Junior High School. It all starts at 6 p.m. Again, the concert is this Monday. Coming up on Seattle Refined, a Northwest military family gets a well-deserved honor. Here at Seattle Refined, we never get tired of hearing from you. Like us on Facebook, tweet us your story ideas, or shoot us an email telling us what you want to see on the show. You can find our inbox at hello@seattlerefined.com. Seattle Refined will be right back.
Our first.
Welcome back to Seattle Refined. I'm Garth Swanson, and we are at Pivot Art and Culture. This is Ben Haywood, and he is the man behind this whole deal here. Ben, nice to have you on board.
It's great to see you again, Garth.
Yeah, what is this right here, what we're standing in front of?
So this is a really unique piece that we have in the show. So one of the main artists in this exhibition is a man called Chelsea Bonesel, who was a very, very famous painter of astronomical and space scenes in the 1940s and 50s, 60s, all the way into the 80s, in fact. But he was an interesting artist. His working practice, he was really unable to paint anything that he couldn't see in front of him, which is ironic because the only thing he did paint was space and planets and spaceships. So what he used to do is that every painting that he made, and he made hundreds of paintings over his career, about a 40, 50-year career as a painter of this kind of material, he would make a model, and then he would take a picture of that model, take a photograph of that model, and then he would paint the photograph, which is why we called it Imagine Futures. It's all about artists imagining what these things are like. What is the future like? What is spaceships like? What is space like?
You got to come and see it.
You've got to see it, yes. It's a great show.
Thank you, Ben.
Good to see you. Yep.
This exhibit challenges the imagination of traveling the depths of space. But closer to home, military families across the Northwest are facing a different challenge as they cope with the deployment of loved ones abroad and the sometimes difficult transition when they return. It's a sacrifice made by families across our region every day, and one of the reasons they've been called the bravest families in America.
My name is Chris Barnson. I was a part of the Triple Nickel Combat Engineers. When we went into Iraq, we went in with the 4th Infantry Division and we supported them. I had to leave her behind. She was pregnant when I went to Iraq and almost due.
It was very hard, not having any support here in Washington because we were stationed at Fort Lewis, and I had a 2-year-old daughter and I was pregnant. I was 8 months pregnant. He came back totally different.
That's kind of hard for a lot of soldiers, you know, with some of the PTSD and stuff like that. The anxiety's out the roof.
So many people just look at him and they're like, he looks fine. And so I think the invisible injuries, I think, are a lot harder for military families. People just don't understand. I think that's why it's very crucial that you find a support system and you're there for each other. I was lucky to hear about, it's called Hearts of Valor, who falls under the Operation Homefront.
Eckrich, makers of smoked sausage and delicious deli meats, teamed up with Safeway to honor the Barnson family.
Eckrich partnered with Operation Homefront back in 2012, and our mission was to honor, thank, and support military families. We've done very well so far. We're proud and humbled to be able to say that Eckrich has donated over $2 million to Operation Homefront in the last 5 years.
Christopher and Karen, we are so grateful to you and your family. Here at Safeway, along with Eckrich, we are extremely proud to be able to offer this gift to you of free groceries for a year.
Whoa!
It was just a shock because that really can help us to be able to focus on some other things that we need, and it just feels good to have, know that there's people out there for us.
If you want more information on Operation Homefront or how you can lend a hand to military families, log on to SeattleRefined.com. Still to come on Seattle Refined.
One of the most famous pictures of James Dean. He's standing next to his airfloat.
From the Hollywood backlot to the Northwest wilderness, find out why old trailers never die. They just get better with age.
Don't miss.
In 1977, a revolution took place at movie houses across the Northwest and beyond, when a little movie called Star Wars quietly creeped into theaters and reignited an entire generation's interest in galaxies far, far away. But even before Star Wars, the fascination on what life was like beyond our cul-de-sac was fueled by movies, and by television. Hi everybody, I'm Gord Swanson and welcome back to Seattle Refined. And we're at Pivot Art and Culture, and one of the neatest exhibits they have here is centered around right here. It's a series of Hollywood movies on how they depicted space through the generations. Films like 1950's Destination Moon show how our vision of far-off galaxies and our own future has changed. Destination Moon, by the way, will have an encore performance on May 19th. From the space age to the jet age.
A man dreams of the day he and his family can...
Back when Americans were still dreaming about walking on the moon, they were hitting the road in futuristic-looking aerodynamic trailers called Airstreams. These days, these eye-catching caravans are more than a curiosity. They are a hot commodity for glamping. If you don't know what that is, you will in a second. Seattle Refined's Theron Zahn takes us to a local business where everything old is new again.
Trailers for sale or rent.
Trailer travel has become
to let 50 cents.
Time travel. Camping's new dimension is glamping. These pics are from an RV resort called Suwester out on the Washington coast in Seaview. Perfectly restored trailers take you back in time when luxury meant real wood paneling, fancy fixtures, and bright colors. But most people take their glamping on the road, like Shelley Preco and her aqua-colored timepiece.
The thing that I enjoy is the Seattle World's Fair and some of the memorabilia from that, and so this is Jet City Blue. For the last few years, I've been camping with my girlfriends. We all have vintage trailers, and it's just that connection to our childhood.
But once you find the trailer of your childhood dreams, chances are it'll need some love to bring it back from years of neglect.
This was a 1957 Terry trailer, complete restoration.
That's where Brian Morrow from Brian's Vintage Trailers in South Prairie comes in.
How much of it will be the original stuff compared to what's new?
The skeleton that you see, the appliances, some cabinets.
With an Airstream at your command, you can head for anywhere in the world.
Some of the most popular glamping restorations are iconic Airstreams.
So a buddy of mine, his family always called these a baked potato when they were going down the road, because it looks kind of like a baked potato.
Look how smoothly the air flows. Notice how even a sudden side wind meets with no resistance.
There's not a lot in here right now.
There's absolutely nothing in here right now, so.
But when it's done, it's going to look vintage inside this trailer.
Vintage, but different than a factory Airstream. Factory Airstream is a metal interior. This will be an all custom wood interior.
And sometimes Brian starts with absolutely nothing.
I love this porthole right here. I mean, where did this come from? Is this original?
No, there's nothing original on this particular trailer. My customer wanted a 1940s trolley top trailer. There just wasn't any available at the time, so we built them one.
Inside is where your jaw drops.
This is incredible. All of this wood is new, but it looks old.
Some of it's repurposed. You go to some of the architectural salvage places and you can get a few of the wood, but a lot of it's new.
Talk to me about this copper. Did you like hand pound that? I mean,
yeah, you lay it on a bag and you pound it all with a hammer by hand.
Of course, the question someone would say, they see all this detail work done by hand. How much is this going to cost me?
Well, something like this would probably run a customer about $45,000 to $50,000.
Compared to what maybe a brand new trailer could cost, I mean, is it comparable?
I think it's a better deal, mainly because you get it exactly how you want it, and it appreciates in value versus the depreciating the second it leaves the RV lot.
And Brian has trailers lined up to be made new again.
In the 1950s, there was 5,000 plus trailer manufacturers in the United States, where there was less than 10 automobile makers. So I mean, there's trailers that we've come across all the time that nobody's heard of.
One of the rarest, this Airfloat.
One of the most famous pictures of James Dean. If you look at the picture, he's standing next to his Airfloat. They were used in Hollywood mainly as dressing rooms for stars in the 40s and 50s.
After it's restored, this Airfloat is headed for an RV resort in eastern Washington. Back in the shop, I asked Brian to give me a lesson in trailer restoration.
Is this the piece that needs to go up next?
Yep.
All right, show me how to do this.
Just get it, line it up back in
I'll
here.
help you out. I'll move my fingers.
Yeah,
I don't want to be permanently part of the trailer.
No.
But now that he's a big name in the world of glamping, he has just one problem: the term glamping.
I look at it as, retro, cool, vintage, any other word you want to use.
Shelley is just fine with you calling her a glamper.
I think it's the connection to when you were younger. I grew up camping. I have some of my best memories camping.
Rolling back the years,
King of the road.
rolling down the road. Theron's on Seattle Refined.
Looking at all those cool trailers kind of makes you nostalgic for the old days, right? Not like now with computers and our smartphones. To have a good time back then, all you needed was a set of wheels, the open road, and a healthy appetite for adventure.
Seattle Refined will be right back. Don't worry, we're not finished yet, but real quick, next week, Seattle Refined goes Hollywood, behind the scenes of the star-studded Seattle Film Festival. Plus, remember the houseboat in Sleepless in Seattle? Well, duh, of course you do. Everyone does. But you might be surprised how many other Seattle landmarks have had starring roles in blockbusters. Who knows? Maybe one is on your block. You'll have to tune in next week to find out.
Plus, we sit down with Joe Jonas of DNCE By the way, they open up tonight at Key Arena, and it's all about the WNBA and the Seattle Storm. We sit down with their two fabulous stars. That's next week on Seattle Refined. See you then.